जय गोपीजनवल्लभ। नंदन व्रज जनरंजन जशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम। जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता अभिषेका देवी की, कृष्ण बलराम की, पतित पावन गौर निताय की, शिला प्रभुपाद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की, अमल पुराण श्रीमद् भागवतम की, गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षु उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति सपदान्तिकं। वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। गुरोवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकावै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरिः ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतम् अस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मुखं करोति वाचालं पुंगं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class, Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir, Sri Dham Vrindavan Dham. And today we are going to discuss very important subject matter, and it is related with our life, and it is very good lesson for every human being, those who want to go back home, back to Godhead in this life. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Kanta is Lord Krishna's forehead, and 12th Kanta is Krishna's head, liberation. So, 10th Kanta is Krishna's beautiful smiling face. We have covered. 18th chapter we have seen how Bhrigu Muni, he tested who is greatest among demigods, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Lord Vishnu. Yes? 18th chapter. And 19th chapter, at the end of 10th Kanta of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have seen the Dwaraka's queen, how they was very much attached to Lord Krishna. 24 hours they are thinking about Krishna. Yes? Connected with Rasa Panchadhyay, Braja Gopis. So from this particular section today, we are going to learn how we can become attached to Krishna consciousness 24 hours. You can see all over the world, wherever you go, wherever Sampradaya you go, you can see there is any Sampradaya 24 hours engaged in devotional service. Only ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, you can see they are engaged 24 hours in Krishna service. Isn't it? Yes. So, before starting today's topic, I am begging your blessing. So kindly you bless me. And those who are hearing from online, so kindly give me your blessing. So by all of your blessing, I may able to speak something about Lord glories. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Kanta, chapter 1, chapter entitled, The Curse upon the Jadu Dynasty. Bhubar Raja Pritana Jadu Vir Nirasya Guptai Sabaho Vira Chintayat Aprameyaha Manne Avanirnanugataya Pagatam Hi Bharam Yajadamam Kulamaho Avishamasti Bhubhara Raja Pritana Jado Vir Nirasya Guptai Sabaho Vira Chintayat Aprameha Manne Avanirnanugataya Pagatam Hi Bharam Ya Jadobam Kulamaho Avishamasti Bhubhara Raja Pritana Jado Vir Nirasya Guptai Sabaho Vira Chintayat Aprameha Manne Avanirnanugataya Pagatam Hi Bharam Yad Yadavam Kulamaho Avishamasti. Vaishnavas. अचिन्तयात प्रेमयः मन्ये अवनिर्नानुगतयपगतमिवरम् भूभार राजा पृतना जदवीर्निरस्य गुप्तैष बहुवीरचिन्तायत प्रमेयः मन्ये अवनिर्नानुगतयपगतमिवरम् यत् यादवं कुलमहो विषमस्ति वैष्णवीस् भूभार राजा पृतना जदवीर्निरस्य गुप्तैष बहुवीरचिन्तयात प्रमेयः मन्ये अवनिर्नानुगतयपगतं हि भारम् यद्यादवं कुलमहो विषमस्ति मन्ये अवनिर्नानुगतयपगतं हि भारम् यद्यादवं कुलमहो विषमस्ति. Very beautiful. Actually, everyone should recite, like speaker 3 times, audience 3 times, Prabhu 3 times, and Mataji 3 times. Actually, this is transcendental vibration. When we recite this transcendental vibration, all entire atmosphere become spiritual. So one should recite this Sanskrit verse because this is coming from directly Golok Vrindavan. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada disciple. Srila Prabhupada ki. The Supreme Person of Godhead used the Jodhu dynasty, which was protected by his own arms, to eliminate the kings who with their armies had been the burden of this earth. Then the unfathomable Lord thought to himself, although some may say that the earth's burden is now gone, in my opinion, it is not yet gone, because there still remains the Jadava dynasty itself, whose stand is unbearable for the earth. I would like to request every devotee, please after me, repeat. The Supreme Person of Godhead used the Jadava dynasty, which was protected by his own arms, to eliminate the kings who with their armies had been the burden of this earth. Then the unfathomable Lord thought to himself, although some may say that the earth's burden is now gone, in my opinion, it is not yet gone, because there still remains the Jadava dynasty itself, whose strength is unbearable for the earth. Who's thinking? Krishna thinking. So today's topic is the responsibility of the leaders of the society. There should be some responsibility as a father, as a guru, as a leader of the society to give proper guideline to his subordinate. So how to give proper guideline to subordinate, this thing we are going to discuss today from Lord Krishna, giving the example from his own thinking, his own family members. He's going to wind up his first step in this earthly planet. Before wind up, he is observing his own family members. So this thing we are going to discuss today. Purport. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has remarked in this regard that although ordinary people might think that the Lord had now removed the burden of the earth by killing the demons, re-establishing dharma and so on, Lord Sri Krishna himself could detect that there was further danger from the irreligious activities of his own family members who were acting improperly. So kindly note. So one by one I'll give the essence from the Srimad Bhagavatam. You should write it down. It will help you in future. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that a just king will refuse to punish his own enemy if his enemy is innocent. What? A just king will refuse to punish his own enemy if his enemy is innocent, but will punish his own son if his son actually deserves punishment. Please point it out. Thus, although in the eyes of the world, the members of the Lord's own dynasty are always worshipable, Lord Krishna detected that by their intimate association with him, some members of the Jadu dynasty had become indifferent to his will. Since such whimsical members of the Jadu dynasty could act freely, being relatives of the Supreme Person of Godhead, they would surely cause great misfortune for the world. And foolish persons would take such whimsical behavior to be the will of Krishna. That is another point. Why Lord Krishna wind up his first time and bring destruction to Jadu dynasty? Two reasons. Third and fourth we will going to discuss. Thus the Lord, whose desires are inconceivable, began to consider the need to annihilate the indifferent, contemptuous members of the Jadu dynasty. There was indifferent with Krishna. I am equal to Krishna. I am not less. I have equal power, so much power. Yes. From the viewpoint of ordinary persons, all the demons had been killed by the Supreme Lord's pastimes in Dwaraka, Mathura, as well by the battle of Kurukshetra. And the earth was now free from its burden. Nevertheless, to free the earth from the remaining burden of his own puffed-up family members, Lord Sri Krishna transferred them away from the earth by causing a fratricidal quarrel among them. In this way, he prepared for his own disappearance from the earth. That is another reason, third reason. Puffed up family members. Srila Sridhar Swami has pointed out that the word Bahubhi by his arms is used in the plural rather than the dual to indicate that the Lord caused the destruction of the Jadu dynasty in his four-armed form. The original form of Krishna as Govinda is two-armed, but it was by the plenary portion of the four-armed Narayan that the Lord killed all the demons on the earth and ultimately remove the burdensome members of his own family. Sri Swami has pointed out that the word Bahubhi by his arms is used in the, okay, already we read it. It may be asked if certain members of the Jadu dynasty, Jadu family had become indifferent to the will of the Lord, why didn't they oppose the Lord in his plan to remove them from the earth? Therefore, the word aprameyaha is used, which indicates that it is impossible for anyone, even the Lord's own family members, to understand his will completely. Srila Jiva Goswami has given another reason for the destruction of the Jadu dynasty. He emphasizes that the activities of the Supreme Person of Godhead should never be taken to be ordinary material activities, nor are the Lord's associates ordinary persons. Although Lord Krishna apparently incarnates within this world for some time and then goes away, it should be understood that the Supreme Lord is eternally situated with his entourage in his various abodes in the spiritual sky, such as Sri Goloka, Mathura and Dwaraka. The members of the Jadu dynasty are eternal associates of the Lord, and therefore they cannot bear to be separated from the Lord. Since Krishna was preparing to give up his earthly pastimes, if he were to leave the Jadu dynasty on the earth, they would surely become too disturbed by his absence that in their highly agitated state of mind, they would trample and destroy the earth. Therefore, Krishna arranged the disappearance of the Jadu dynasty prior to his own disappearance. So that is another reason, number 4. Srila Jiva Goswami concludes that ultimately the members of the Jadu dynasty are never to be considered irreligious. Vaishnava Acharya have mentioned that the story of the disappearance of the Jadu dynasty is especially meant to help the conditioned souls achieve liberation from the bondage of material life. This is for what? Human life. Especially meant to help the conditioned souls achieve liberation from the bondage of material life. We are getting lesson from this particular chapter. Within the 3 worlds, there were known as powerful and opulent as the Jadu dynasty. The Supreme Person of Godhead is the possessor of unlimited opulences, beauty, strength, knowledge, fame, and so on. And the members of the Jadu dynasty, being the personal associate of the Lord, were also endowed with inconceivable opulences. Therefore, when we see how a fratricidal war suddenly deprived the members of the Jadu dynasty of all of their earthly possession and even their lives, we can understand that there is no permanent position within this material world. That is another point. There is no permanent position within this material world. We should not think that permanently we can stay here. It is not permanent. In other words, although the members of the Jadu dynasty are eternal associate of the Lord and were immediately transferred to another planet where the Lord was appearing, their sudden disappearance through fratricidal war is meant to impress upon the conditioned souls the temporary nature of this world. You see, temporary nature of this world, temporary, not permanent. Therefore, the apparent indifference or enmity of certain members of the Jadu dynasty toward Krishna should not be taken to be actual irreligion on their part. The entire situation was arranged by Lord Krishna to teach a lesson to the conditioned souls. So this was Lord Krishna's arrangement to give lesson to the conditioned souls like us. How to become aware, how to make life successful, how to focus on devotional service. In this connection, Srila Jiva Goswami has cited several verses from the Bhagavatam to prove that the members of the Jodhu dynasty achieved their exalted birth in the Lord's own family by innumerable pious activities and by complete absorption in thought of Lord Krishna. In fact, it is said that in sleeping, sitting, walking, and speaking, they were unable to remember their own selves because they were simply thinking of Krishna. Here we can see the principle. What is that principle? Man mana bhava mad bhakta madjaji mam namaskuru mami vasyasi sattam te prati jane priyasi me. Man mana bhava, 24 hours thinking about Krishna, 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 Krishna. That's why I told from the beginning, this is the only one organization, 24 hours they are engaged in Krishna service, right? Man mana bhava mad bhakta. So now next come to the next paragraph. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 1.15.33, Srila Prabhupada has commented as follows on the disappearance of the Jodhu dynasty. The setting of the sun does not mean the end of the sun. It means that the sun is out of our sight. Similarly, the end of the mission of the Lord on a particular planet or universe only means that he is out of our sight. The end of the Jodhu dynasty also does not mean that it is annihilated. It disappears along with the Lord out of our sight. My Guru Maharaj used to say, Krishna Shabai nahi kaladi vichar. In Krishna service, there is no need to think about time, place, and circumstance. We can engage in devotional service 24 hours, wherever we are. Because one time my Guru Maharaj went to Bengal to preach. They had planned to begin with Gaur Aruti. So Guru Maharaj reached there late, like 8:30 in the evening or 9 o'clock. And they asked to my Guru Maharaj to kindly tell me what should we do. And Guru Maharaj said, we can sing Gaur Aruti. The Guru Maharaj now is evening time. Gaur Aruti already finished at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. So now 9 o'clock. Then Guru Maharaj replied, Krishna Shabai nahi kaladi vichar. In Krishna service, there is no need to think about time, place, and circumstances. From any place we can perform devotional activities. Yes? Here also we can see, in fact, it is said that in sleeping, sitting, walking, and speaking, they were unable to remember their own selves, because they were simply thinking of Krishna. They every day, every moment think about Krishna. They don't have time to think themselves. Yes? Krishna Balaram, mukh like this. Like this. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So here we can see Guru Parampara sequence. So this purport, Srila Prabhupada disciple, they follow the Guru Parampara. They begin with writing from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, first paragraph, and then second paragraph we can see Siddha Swami, and then third paragraph from Srila Jiva Goswami, third and fourth. Then last paragraph we can see they have written from Srila Prabhupada. You see, this is called Abham Parampara Praptam. They follow the sequence of Parampara. So we are getting lessons from here, right? We have to follow the Parampara. Yes? So here we can see, it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that, now we are going back to understand the thing as it is. You know, in forest, when lion kill animal, lot of animal, after killing, he also looked back like that. Maybe something remaining to kill. This is called Simha Avalakan. One has to become Simha Avalakan. Yes? So we read the purport, now we are going back to see maybe something left to understand clearly. Yes? Then Brihanga Avalakan. Simha Avalakan and Bihanga Avalakan. Bihanga Avalakan means the bird. Bird is flying in the sky. From sky he see the entire place from the top. So we have to see from the top the entire chapter. Actually, what happened here? What is indicating this particular chapter? We need to understand the summary, right? From the top, birds see everything clearly. Now here, from here, you can see only temple, Gaura-Nitaya, Srila Prabhupada, no can visible. Gaura-Nitaya is visible, and Krishna Balaram visible, Radha Shyamsundar visible. Here you can see some audience, right? This thing you can see. But you can see outside what happening, right? To see everything, one has to see through the eyes of Bihanga, like bird. From the top, he can see everything. He can see inside, he can see also outside, right? So here you can see this 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1 describes the beginning of the Mashola Lila, or the prelude to the destruction of the Jadu dynasty. Now we are in chapter 1. Now I am giving the summary of this chapter. Chapter 2 through 5 describe the conversation between the 9 Jogendra and King Nimi. In 5th chapter also we can see hiddenly they describe the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 11.5.32 Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishnam Shankha Parsha Astra Parshadam. That incarnation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is a proof in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. And chapter 6 describe the prayers of Brahma, Shiva and other residents of heaven. Chapter 7 through 29 present the conversation between Krishna and Uddhava, that is known as the Uddhava Gita. Yes? So in Kurukshetra battlefield, Lord Krishna, he has given instruction to Arjuna, that is instant instruction between two armies. And this is between Uddhav and Lord Krishna in sitting place, very peacefully, Shanti. And he is narrating this Gita again to Uddhav. And there were present who? Maitreya Rishi. Later on, Maitreya Rishi spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to whom? Vidur in Rishikesh. Haridwar. Yes? So, chapter 30 describes the withdrawal of the Jadu dynasty from the earth. The final chapter describes the disappearance of Lord Krishna. Yes? So, this is the summary of this 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is called Vihanga Avalakan. So this is the essence of this Bhagavatam. Yes? And for understanding Srimad Bhagavatam, there should be 3 things. Number 1, C. Number 2, P. Number 3, U. CPU. CPU formula. C for content. There should be pure content and pure intent. This is C formula. P for practical presentation. What we are going to discuss. What we are going to learn from this particular section. P. Then U. U means U for clear understanding. What we have understood from particular section of Bhagavatam. Clear? Sitting here, telling these birds and purport and telling some pastimes, okay, Hare Krishna, Bhagavatam class over. That is not Bhagavatam class. Bhagavatam class means I have to give you the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam from particular section, which we can apply in our personal life. Yes? Essence. Take essence and give essence to the audience. This is called Bhagavatam class. Yes? Pure content, pure intent. Practical application in personal life and clear understanding the subject matter which we can apply in our personal life, then we can make our life successful. This is called Bhagavatam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is called Paramhamsa Samhita, right? Paramhamsa. Srimad Bhagavatam means one has to associate with the Paramhamsa. If we associate with Paramhamsa, then one day, by the power of association of the pure devotee Paramhamsa, we can also become Paramhamsa. Like Srila Prabhupada, he is a Paramhamsa. Yes? He created so many Paramhamsa in ISKCON society. So we should find out such Paramhamsa in our society. Paramhamsa means who follow the Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. That is called Paramhamsa. So here we can see text number 3, what is the leader of the society? Lord Krishna has given the example from this particular translation, particular verse. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada also given the example from Srimad Bhagavatam. A just king will refuse to punish his own enemy if his enemy is innocent, but will punish his own son if his son actually deserves punishment. Yes? As a father, this is my duty to give good education to my children, proper etiquette to my children, Vaishnava behavior to my children, so he no may commit any Vaishnava aparadh towards elderly persons. Right? If he commit any offense to the elderly person, this is father's responsibility to beg forgiveness to that particular person. Yes? Because he did not give proper training and education to his children. Yes? That's why they commit offense toward the elderly person. This is father's duty, this is guru's duty, this is leader's duty to give proper education and training to their subordinate. Srila Prabhupada very beautifully organized this ISKCON society to learn and apply in our personal life and make our life successful, right? So, this society based on Sadhu Shastra Guru, GBC following the Sadhu Shastra Guru. Through the Sadhu Shastra Guru, they are leading this society ahead. They are giving proper training and education to the leader of the society, so they can push this movement ahead very beautifully, very nicely. So every member of the society, they can get the lesson, they can get the proper training and education and make their life successful. Right? So what does it mean GVC? We need to understand the meaning of GVC. You may say that governing body of commission, that is the meaning of GVC, right? Governing body of commission also follow this GVC. So kindly you write it down. G for Gita, B for Bhagavatam, C for Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita every day, we are reading Bhagavatam every day, we are reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita every day. So our society based on 3 books written by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, right? And GVC following these 3 books. Now you understand the meaning of GVC? So here we can see, before last paragraph, Srila Jiva Goswami has cited several verses from the Bhagavatam to prove that the members of the Jodo dynasty achieved their exalted birth in the Lord's own family by innumerable pious activities and by complete absorption in thought of Lord Krishna. In fact, it is said that in sleeping, sitting, walking, and speaking, they were unable to remember their own selves because they were simply thinking of Krishna. Prabhu, so many things we are doing every day, right? When we go to sleep, that thing appeared in the form of dream, right? So we have two kind of body, gross body and subtle body. Yes? So this is my what body? Subtle body, mind, intelligence and ego. And this is my gross body. Yes? 5 elements, gross element. But inside this body, what is this? This is me, the spiritual soul. So we are here to develop that spiritual soul, spiritual consciousness. So in our dream, we are traveling to America, we are traveling to England, we are traveling to Russia, we are traveling to different states. We are doing so many activities within our dream, right? When we come back to this gross body, then we wake up. Yes? Again, we are traveling to different cities, with different friends, with beloved wife or lovers, traveling some good place, talking together. Yes? But when we do not come back to this gross body, we're entering into another mother's womb, does not come back to this body, that is called death. Clear? That is called death. So that's why we have to be engaged 24 hours our mind in Krishna's service. Like these birds. Sleeping, sitting, walking and speaking, they were unable to remember their own selves because they were simply thinking of Krishna. Krishna consciousness means, Prabhu, His Krishna consciousness. What does it mean, Krishna consciousness? Krishna consciousness means always make plan how to spread this transcendental knowledge all over the world. Actually, people are suffering. To bring people in Krishna consciousness, give the essence of Krishna consciousness. We are here to give love and take love. Pure, loving, devotional service. Yes? Our society is for pure devotional service, loving devotional service. Everyone wants love, but they are not getting pure love. They become cheated after some time. So that's why Shastra giving everything. If we follow Shastric injunction, then we never face any trouble in our life. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, in the middle point, if you follow my instruction, you are out of danger, you are out of these 3 modes of material nature. You are gunatit, out of these 3 modes of material nature. If we engage ourselves in Krishna's service, devotional service, then our character will become changed, nature become changed. Yes? If we engage ourselves in the basis of sense gratification, what will happen? Result will be very dangerous. This is Srila Prabhupada word. So we have to engage our mind, always thinking of Krishna, always associate with good devotees. We should keep our relationship with Krishna by worshipping Lord. Then we should keep friendship with devotee society, those who are situated in the Paramhamsa level. Then we should give our mercy to the innocent people, those who has the respect to sadhu. We should give our mercy to them. And then we should keep distance from demoniac mentality people. Yes? If you do this, then we are out of danger. So what we have to do? Every day we should read Prabhupada book regularly. Minimum 3 hours. Minimum. Keep touch with pure devotee association. Srila Prabhupada. We are getting association with Srila Prabhupada every day. If we read his book, you can understand Srila Prabhupada talking with you, giving instruction to you through his book. Now Krishna giving instruction through his book to us to get the lesson, to make our life successful, isn't it? Yes, Sadhu Guru Shastra. Krishna is the supreme Guru, and we have to follow his footsteps as a Chaitya Guru, and externally his representative. Yes. If we follow our Guru Maharaj's footstep, Srila Prabhupada's footstep, Krishna's footstep, we no need to worry. We are out of danger. Just we have to follow the Mahajana Janagatasya Pantha very strictly. Yesterday we went to Nandagram, Barsana, Vindakon, Terkadamba with Prabhu, came from Kerala. What I said, they just follow my instruction. No complaint, no anything, nothing. What I said, just they follow my order. And very beautifully we took darshan all holy places. Right, Prabhu? Just we have to follow this senior devotee's footstep, Prabhupada's footstep, Guru Maharaj's footstep. Those who are really experienced, yes, in Krishna consciousness. Then very beautifully you can take darshan the holy place. Not by eyes darshan, ear darshan. Yes. This is the process to come to Dham. You see, Krishna has three potency: external potency and internal potency. And we are Tatastha Shakti. He has also another potency that is called Ladini Shakti, Srimati Radharani. In inhabitants of Vrindavan, they always call Srimati Radharani. Sri Radhe! Radhe! Come here! Please give me sight. Please give me prasadam. Radhe? Yes, Radhe. They are dependent of Srimati Radharani. They write their Radharani's name, their back, their heart, Babaji, Govardhan Parikrama, Radha. Yes? Their hand, Radha. They are dependent on Krishna's eternal potency, Srimati Radhika. Radhika Raman, Radhika, Radharani. Yes? They have taken shelter to Srimati Radharani. If you take shelter to Srimati Radharani, then you are eligible to come Sri Vrindavan Dham. This is the way to come to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Okay? You can see in our courtyard, Krishna Balaram temple courtyard, Tamal tree is here in the courtyard, in front of the Radha Shyam Sundar Mandir. Srila Prabhupada said under this Tamal tree, he taught Sanskrit verse to his disciple. You can see Srila Prabhupada video. He used to hear from his disciple Srimad Bhagavatam, how they are giving Bhagavatam. And Srimati Radharani, she is seeing Krishna from this Tamal tree. Although Krishna is standing behind her. Radharani's another name is Krishna Mai. She always think about Krishna 24 hours. That's why one has to take shelter of Srimati Radharani. When we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Radharani, Radha, Hari means Ladini Shakti. Krishna, Sarvakashar Bhagavan Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we have to take shelter Srimati Radharani. Our all Guru Parampara, they are servant of Srimati Radharani. Yes? Through Radha, they engage us in Krishna's service. Srimati Radharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Pramanande. Hare Krishna. Any question? Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please.
You were mentioning how if someone has offended, particularly more senior devotees, that they should be begging forgiveness. But many people misunderstand that. More important than begging for forgiveness, the person you offended, it's their right to forgive you or not forgive you. What you have to do is say, you admit you made a mistake, and say that you won't do it again, and then it's that job. If I took your money, I don't say, oh, please forgive me for taking your money. I say, oh, I apologize for taking your money. I make amends, I give it back to you, and then it's up to you to forgive me for that. So quite often, people think that they just ask for forgiveness and the person is duty-bound to give it. We have to be careful in making the offenses, and we have to try to right the offense. It's more important to try to right it than to just ask for forgiveness. Correct?
Yes, correct. I have one daughter, she's 10 plus now, and this is my duty as a parent to give good education to my children, right? If she makes some offense towards her friends, towards elderly person, that is my responsibility, not to my daughter's responsibility to beg forgiveness. Because I did not give good education to my children, proper etiquette to my children. This is father, guru, and leader's responsibility. Like now I am in training in JBC College. My one of classmate, he's from Kenya. He's 3 temple president. He told, once I commit offense towards senior Vaishnavas, they informed to my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And my Guru Maharaj, he did not say any single word, he just said, I am begging forgiveness on behalf of my disciple. Please forgive me. Yes? Because that class friend is disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and Maharaj taught him by his own example, you should not make further any offense toward the Vaishnavas. Yes? We have to follow the footsteps of the Mahajan to Acharya. They do not say, no, you shouldn't do this. They put example by their own example. So as a obedient son to my father, to my guru, to my authority, I should not further commit any offense toward any Vaishnavas. Right? We have to be very careful to deal with Vaishnavas. Yes? Just we have to follow Prabhupada's book. Then we can get everything. If we perform pure devotional service following the Sadhguru Vaishnava's footstep, then 3 things will change. A, B, C. A for attitude, our attitude will be changed. B for our behavior will be changed. C for our character will be changed. This is the power of Krishna consciousness activities, devotional service. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Any further question? अमोल पुराण श्रीमद् भागवतम की शिला प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंदे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.